Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel for another video. I am a little sick right now, so you guys are going to have to just bear with me, but today I just wanted to dive into my trades for the day and really talk about why you should have no fear or have any assumptions when you're trading. So just getting right into it, I'm looking at prices in an uptrend for the last few days, probably a week or so, week and a half or so, and you see it trending up here in the 15-minute, which is how I do my strategy, looking at the 15-minute trend. And get to today, you see it's closing up higher from London session and yesterday, and it's still higher in an uptrend. And so I was looking for, since it's a big push up, I was looking for price to retrace down a little bit into this premium or discount area, but it really didn't. And now I'm currently testing out a new way how I want to apply my strategy, because it's almost seemed like Nasdaq doesn't follow sometimes some type of concepts like supply and demand or doing premium and discount buying or selling there. So I'm looking at here, I was looking for a basic sweeps of liquidity, either sell side or upside, but I was mostly just looking for buys here. And we're seeing minor sweeps of liquidity here and minor sweeps of liquidity there, but it just consolidated a lot. And I personally just didn't want to trade in this area, but it was pretty, I just wanted to break out and didn't take another continuation. I really was just looking for buys here. If it broke low, I didn't want to take a sell because I was just waiting for it. A buy opportunity down here potentially, but that didn't really happen. So I'll go down to a lower time frame on the 1 minute. And I actually did miss a buy down this area. I was just hesitating because I did want it to break out of this little consolidation range, but that never happened. But there was a little buy here, opportunity here for me. And it's just kind of reaffirming how I want to trade on my new strategy and how I want to refine basically. So then going back, I missed that trade, and I went on to the next trade. You can't really just stay stuck in missing a trade. You just got to go to the next trade. And I saw another buy opportunity here. Even though it had swept buy side liquidity, I'm still seeing it's overall in an uptrend. So I just said, okay, I'm going to take a buy. Maybe I'll get a quick continuation and push up. It looks like a fairly large range, but it's actually kind of small. Just 83 and 35 points for the take profit and stop loss. So I took this buy and I entered here. And then I saw it went up a little bit. It went down in stop loss area just a little bit, but then it shot back up and it consolidated a little bit. But once I saw this big down candle, bearish candle, I was noticing, okay, it might be time to sell, because I'm also seeing it did sweep this buy side liquidity. And then also swept some more once it pushed up, which I also wanted it to push up towards. I wanted it to at least push up towards here, but I was also looking for it to push up, sweep some liquidity up here as well, since it is in an uptrend. And reset there. And yeah, so I talked about hedging in a previous video, so you guys can go check that video out. And I talked about the psychology and reasoning behind it. And I decided to enter this hedge here, not to try to be greedy, but just to try to protect the capital and the equity that I'm up with this week, since I am up week. And that's why I took it, because I know I was up this week and I felt comfortable with this risk. And I tried to at least guarantee myself that even though it had swept buy side liquidity and gave me a valid sell model, that I would either win one of these trades, either win this sell or win this buy. And then that's how you see this here. It went down on the stop loss area just a little bit, then it dropped a lot, and I looked like for a second that it was going to be a loss for this here buy. But this is really key, that how I reacted here, because for a slight second I almost thought about closing this buy because it came right near stop loss, and I wanted to get out and cut losses short and let this sell go through, because you almost think it's going to go through. But here's why in trading you never ever want to assume anything or have any fear, because you don't know what's ever going to happen next. And I didn't know what was going to happen next here. So I got really close to my stop loss, and I had a quick thought about closing out this buy because I thought the seller was going to burst through. And that's why you always hold your trades. Unless you have specific rules that you've defined and back tested and have the probabilities for of why you would close a trade early, you always want to hold the trade, either let it hit stop loss or take profit and just accept it and let it be what it's going to be. And that's what happened here. So it got very close to stop loss area. You see it went into profit zone. It probably gives you a little doubt, and it comes back to entry level. Then it comes back up a little bit more, then goes into stop loss, and right near the stop loss area, you probably want to go and close early because you assume it's going to lose. And then all of a sudden it wicks a little bit down here, and then it pushes up, and this hedge ended up being a loss, which is okay because it's coming out of equity for the week, and it's coming out of equity for this trade, so it is covered regardless. And then this ended up being a little bit of a long trade. Had to hold it basically 5 or so hours, from 11 to 4 basically, and then it went and hit take profit near the end of the session. So yeah, that was really key. I just wanted to show you guys. Sometimes it's not always very smooth when you trade. Sometimes it'll go tag your entry or your buy or sell, and it'll go straight to take profit. You won't have any drawdown. Sometimes those things happen. but sometimes it's not as clear, and that's what I wanted to show here. Like, it played around a little bit in profit and got about halfway through the profit actually, or halfway through the take profit, and then it just reversed and went down near the stop loss. This is why you always want to make sure you hold your trades and don't assume you know what's going to happen next. You never do. All I did was try to apply my strategy and my edge, and I just let the results be whatever they were going to be. And then that ended up being some profit for the day, because this win outweighed this loss by a good amount. So that's how it's up for the week still, and that's getting more a little bit into another hedge example. Now, I don't like hedging too much. I'll probably stop hedging eventually and just let my one trade or two trades that I'm going to do just run, and if they're going to lose or win, they're just going to do what they're going to do. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get up here, break these trades down. I did miss this trade, but like I said in the previous video as well, you just want to make sure you move on to the next trade, and I'll be breaking down a little more reason why I was looking for a buy here and why I was looking for a buy here as well. In probably my next video, I'll probably be dropping a backtesting video about how I'm going to probably refine my strategy moving forward, and it's going to show, basically give me a little more, what I assume, probability, and a little more big of a win percentage, even though it probably might produce less trades. I just want to go and find those numbers, find the probabilities, find the win percentage, see how many trades I'm going to be taking if I refine it to this way. So I just want to test this out. But overall, I think it was a solid day. You don't always have to hedge, as you can see here. I could have just let this run, and that would have been, it would have lost or it would have won. But it was a valid trade, especially with this buy side liquidity being swept, and then it went down. So with that said, I'll wrap up the video here. It was a pretty solid day. Moving on to tomorrow, probably looking for buys again, but we'll see what happens, if I even get a trade at all. So I didn't expect to get a trade because I thought it was just going to sweep this buy side liquidity and consolidate a little more, or it just was going to have sales be presented. I just wasn't going to take it because I'm looking for, ideally, just trying to buy because it's in an uptrend. So this hedge was a little cheeky with how I'm trying to transition to trading, but it's okay. Just testing some things out, and maybe I won't hedge as much or at all even moving forward. Just trying to take whatever is pro trend, and that's what I'll be testing out probably tomorrow in the video. So make sure to like and subscribe and check out some other videos, and stay tuned for more content.